Hey, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I hope everybody is well. Happy Friday. TGIF, y'all. I am just coming home from work and I was trying to start my little broadcast on time. I'm a little bit perturbed because I prepared an updated intro for my StreamYard show since I'm trying to do it podcast style, but it was saying that my file was too large. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to condense it down. It was so nice too. Um, so yeah, welcome, welcome. I am Pandi of Pandy's Hair Candy and More, as well as the Simply Pandy Show. And if this is your first time stopping by, welcome. If you are a returning chat member and we already chat family, welcome back. You already know I appreciate you being here. Hey, Angela Critters. Hello, Really TT. Shout out to the members. I see you, Really TT. Thank you so much. I understand you're at work. Trust me, I understand because I am still in my scrubs, honey. I haven't even been home 30 minutes yet. So I might have to start making this time a little bit later because that would have gave me some time to try to fix my intro because I have that older intro still and I've been trying to play around with it all week. And I thought, oh, well, I'll just upload it on Friday as soon as I get home. And I uploaded it and it's saying it's too large. Now, of course, I could share a screen, but who's trying to do all that? I literally would like to run this as a podcast because this is a quick conversation. So, anyway, enough rambling. I just wanted to say hello to those of you who took out a moment of your time to come by and hang out with me. You guys, this is going to be a quick conversation. I want to talk about tangible ways that we can experience happiness on a whole nother level. And we can do that through self-care, you know. And I was trying to research and find different ways to present it. And the one thing that kept popping out at me was tangible and thought-provoking ways. Now, tangible meaning affordable, okay, in other words. So oftentimes you find that when people talk about self-care and wellness, they talk about how you have to spend all this absorbent amount of money, and it's totally unnecessary. And so we're going to just have a quick conversation, and I encourage you all to please feel free to chime in. I'm always interested in hearing what you have to say and what your perspective is on this subject. So, as you can see from the thumbnail, as well as the banner scrolling across the bottom here, I do have 7 tangible, thought provoking ways to practice self love that I want to talk about. And without further ado, we are going to jump right on into it. So, thank you, ladies, for being here this evening. If you have the ability to share me out, please do. Sharing is caring. And if you have not on your way coming in already, blow dried on the like button, please do so. That helps to get the content out into the algorithm. You all, this has been such a tough week for me with work, and it's going to be even tougher because I have to work this weekend as well. And so I have not really been on live or even uploaded any content this week. All I could do was muster up an encouraging post on my community tab. And I tried to do that every single day of this week because I knew I wasn't putting up any content. So I appreciate all of you all who were dropping in on the community post and hitting the like button and leaving me some encouraging words. I really appreciate that. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into this. I got 7, y'all, and we gonna be here in and out. I promise you, because your girl is tired. I want to get in the shower and chill out. But I'm trying to be consistent and do better and start on time when I say, because y'all don't know, I was about to move this time. But I feel like every time I do that, it just throws everything off. And it makes me look inconsistent. And I don't want people to start viewing me in that way. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. We're going to make it do what it do. And please feel free to chime in, okay? So here is number 1. I'm sharing 7 tangible and thought-provoking ways that you can experience self-love. And we're just kind of talking about it and what that looks like to you. I know all of my supporters and subscribers are not women, but the large majority are. And I think that as women, you all know this is something that is near and dear to my heart. I really think that it's very important, vitally important, that we express self love and self care um, at least a few times a week, just so that we don't lose our sanity. Okay. So let me go ahead and jump right into these few talking points, guys, and see what's on your mind and what y'all have to say about the matter. Because I'll get to rambling, and I don't want to do that either. So, number 1, and I hope y'all can't hear any feedback in the background, y'all. Let me turn that down. Okay. So, number 1 is cast out the idea that you have to be perfect. Cast out the idea that you have to be perfect. A lot of people feel like, you have to have this perfect body, perfect life, job, career, home, all of that, right? But in all actuality, perfection simply does not exist. Okay? It simply does not exist. And when you think about perfection, especially on social media, this can be kind of dangerous and it takes us into a dangerous space. Hey, Trouble Ant. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here and being so supportive. Shout out to you. Happy Friday. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get back on my notes, honey, because I'll get thrown off by these comments. But thank you so much. Hi, Southern Belle 74. Good afternoon. Just stopping by to show support. Thank you, boo. I appreciate that, Southern Belle. Welcome anytime, honey. You all are catching me as I just walk in the door from work. And yeah, I'm not camera ready. But I want to be consistent. I had this live set and I'll come hell or high water. I want to come on and share these things with you all because it's important. Because trust, after I get off of here with y'all, I'm going to experience some of these things myself. But look, with that being said, let me jump right back into my notes, guys, because I'm going to try to get us in and out of here. And I hope that this encourages and motivates somebody on today. Okay. So we talking about 7 tangible and thought-provoking ways that you can experience or practice self-love and self-care, basically. Okay. So number 1 is casting out the idea that you have to be perfect. Okay. We all know it's everywhere we look. Perfection, perfection, perfection. Perfect job, perfect house, perfect marriage. And the reality is that that simply does not exist. And when we look at social media, we do know that that can be dangerous because we got folks running these YouTube streets, trying to portray a perfect whatever, and it can be dangerous. Okay. So just realize that this can really actually be a form of masking too, and it can sometimes even be mental. Okay, so just cast that idea out, period, point blank, altogether. That's number one. And be comfortable in your imperfection. Okay, we are all human. There is no perfect being. Cast that idea right on out. Let me get number two up here and see what y'all's thoughts are. Thank you, Really TT. Shout out to Really TT for being the member in the building. Let me get number two up here, y'all. And y'all feel free to chime in. Let me know what's on your mind if you practice any of these tips. Again, these are just tips, honey. All right, let me get number two up here. So, number two is understand that society's expectation of you are pretty much unrealistic. Okay. And it's usually an unrealistic standard that can never be met. Now, we do know that it's our own human nature to always be hungry for more. But please believe that even if you do hit that unrealistic standard, we're going to always still want more. Okay? So just understand that and go into whatever situation knowing, you know, if it's out there, if it's over the top, it may just be unrealistic and it may be me chasing my tail trying to meet that standard. Don't set the bar too high for yourself that you don't or you are unable to achieve it, is the way I interpret tip number two. Okay. Now, tip number three, live in the moment just for a moment every day. I really like that. This is pretty much encouraging us to take a moment to stop the endless pursuit and just look around and look into what it is that we might need. See where we've come from and appreciate the beauty of that moment. Appreciate the moments that you are alive, that we're living, breathing, functioning with all of our abilities, the use of our limbs, in our right mind, and just above ground, period. And just appreciate how much of a luxury that is. I think that's what number three is really saying, at least to me. Live in the moment just for a moment every single day. Tip number four, y'all. Tip number four, daily gratitude. And I'm really going to take this to the next level. This is basically the real key to happiness, I think, guys. So, you all tell me how you all express daily gratitude, because I know it can be done in different ways. And I have been thinking about how I can kind of incorporate that into my sharing here on this platform. So I already do written journals, but being online and having an online presence, I do want to incorporate this into my YouTube lineup. And I've kind of been trying to do like a motivational Monday, but I found this in my research and it talked about demonstrating daily gratitude. So, what they were suggesting is to start a gratitude journal and basically think of all the ways and all of the things that you are grateful for. Now, that can be a new business, or maybe a raise on your job, or maybe even that slight bump that you got on your credit report, or maybe the fact that you were able to quit smoking, or quit drinking. Or maybe, you're exercising 4 days this week instead of three. Whatever it is that you're grateful for, journal it. And so my thought process is they suggested doing this at least 3 minutes a day. And I know for me, I often find it hard to try to come on and speak with you all, connect with you all, chat, go live. So I said, I'm going to make it my business to do my or share my daily gratitude journal with you all here on the platform for at least 3 to 5 minutes a day. I think it's motivating, I think it's encouraging, and I also think that it is a great way to express self care and self love. So I'm encouraging you all to do it as well. If you want to do it in writing, great. If you would like to do it on your channel and tag me, please do it. I'll definitely support. I'll be there to support you in the comments and share it out. And I hope that you all will do the same for me. But yeah, I'm going to try to start that this coming week. And the bottom line to that whole tip right there is when we get comfortable, we become ungrateful. Okay. And we don't ever really want to find ourselves in that predicament. So I feel like in order to change that, we can do what they're suggesting, and that is start showing gratitude every day, even if it's just for those 3 minutes a day. I think it'll kind of shift the way things are moving in our environments. Thank you so much, TT. I appreciate the support. TT said, good tip, sis. Yes, I've learned that we can't go with others sometimes and how they feel. So true. I've learned to be realistic, right? And sometimes that ain't what I always want to hear or see, TT, but sometimes I got to do it. I'm looking at my notes, chat. And like I said, y'all, this is going to be a quick one. So, tip number 5. Tip number 5. Embrace the fact that you cannot control everything. Embrace the fact that you cannot control everything. We have to simply understand that the only thing that we do control are the things that are within our control. And of course, our reactions to that. We cannot control other people. We can't control their choices or their behavior. And life really isn't about trying to control everything anyway. Okay? It's really more about how we react to things that are going on around and about us. So I feel like if we do the best that we can do and just wash our hands with it, me personally, I give it to God. I leave it right there at the altar. And it doesn't have to be a physical altar, but you know what I'm saying, in the spirit sense. And then I wash my hands of it. And I literally leave it in God's hands. Okay? So embrace the fact that we cannot control everything. Tip number 6, self-care. Yes, sometimes put that phone and camera down and live in the moment. Girl, you just spoke a word right there, TT. For real, for real. I'm telling you, I have not been plugged into YouTube or social media all week. All I was literally able to do was come on and put up a community post every day. And I had to really push myself to do that because I have been busy, so busy with work. That by the time I come home, and this is my month to work late, so by the time I come home and cook and get situated, I'm exhausted. And I felt so guilty because I'm so used to going around and supporting other content creators. I moderate for a lot of people. There's a lot of different collaboration groups that I'm involved with, and I simply couldn't do it, boo. I was like, I got to shower, cook, and lay my behind down. So yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And that brings us to number 6. Self-care. Okay? Self-care. Now, self-care, society has taught us over the years that self-care is selfish. And God forbid, most of our greatest fears is to be called selfish, to the point that we work ourselves to death sometimes just so that everyone else, air quote, knows how good we are. Okay? There is an unfortunately what's the word I'm looking for? There's an unfortunate cost to being good in the eyes of society. And it's time out for trying to be so air quotes good, and time to basically start taking care of ourselves more, which is, of course, self care. All experts and studies and just good old fashioned common sense show that true self care equals happiness, it equals inner peace. You're relaxed, you're free, you're clear, you have improved clarity. I cannot stress the importance of this one enough, guys. Practice tangible self care habits. Your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul will thank you. And last but not least, for tonight, tip number 7. Tip number 7: check in with yourself emotionally. Check in with yourself emotionally. As I stated when I came on, the channel is called Pandi's Hair Candy and More because, of course, I have a love and a passion for hair. I was a former licensed cosmetologist for many years. I owned my own beauty salon. Um, I'm transitioning. I keep saying I'm transitioning, even though I've been natural for 15 years now. But I still feel like I'm transitioning because I'm still learning. That is a learning process when all I've known was relaxed hair. So, my love and my passion for hair and beauty, both my natural hair care as well as my love for wigs, led me to create this channel. But there's an and more at the end of my name because I know that there's so much more that I want to do. There's so much more that I want to share, and there's so much more that I want to bring out, not just with myself, but with others. And sometimes that is emotionally draining. So, this is why I chose this particular tip to close us out with, because I think this is very important and it's often overlooked. But sometimes we just have to find ourselves a nice, comfortable chair, grab ourselves a cup of coffee or hot cocoa or tea, whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable and at ease, and just ask ourselves, what's up with you today, girl? How you feeling, girl? Or boy? You know, and really feel those feelings and learn to actually check in with ourselves emotionally, because we, especially as parents, we're always giving of ourselves. Especially as employees, we're always putting ourselves on the back burner and we never really stop unless you are taught or you have been taught to check in with ourselves emotionally. And I know it sounds crazy, and I'm kind of joking about it the way I'm sharing it, but in all seriousness, guys, just sometimes stop, step back, check in, and be like, okay, am I cool? Am I doing too much? Am I wearing myself too thin? Check in with yourself emotionally. I have found that learning to actually feel these feelings and check in with them, because sometimes they can be like a roller coaster. Sometimes they can be way up there, or sometimes you can be down in the dumps. And we need to kind of stay balanced, and prayer covers a multitude of things, I'm telling you. But we definitely don't want to brush these feelings or emotions under the rug. This is one of the best things we can do with ourselves is just check in. Have a conversation with your maker and have that conversation with yourself and make sure that you're good. And in closing on tonight, let me see. I want to give some final thoughts because I wanted this to be brief. And I appreciate you chiming in really, TT, and sharing. Um, I think, because you would be surprised. And I had to find myself and check myself about this and quit assuming that everyone understands what I'm saying or what I'm talking about when I'm talking about self care or self love, because not everyone practices it or even recognizes it or acknowledges it as a thing. But I'm telling you, when you learn to really love yourself and you're practicing self love, you really develop a better relationship with yourself. Okay. And this is an ongoing thing. And it's also a necessary thing, I feel. Like if you want to foster a healthier bond with other people, with your family, with your loved ones, your friends, just people in general, when you are practicing self care and self love, what you're putting on the inside is going to exude on the outside. And in fact, it's going to draw people to you and make them want to be around you, and you're able to, that energy there, it's powerful. I can't even put it into words, but it's very necessary to foster healthy relationships, guys. So again, you want to also be realistic. There's no one person on earth that is happy every single day. Okay. Or at every single moment. But we all got to start somewhere. And so I hope that these 7 tips help somebody, kind of get out of the dumps, especially if you're not feeling the greatest. We all make mistakes. And with that being said, I'm going to just review really quickly what we discussed on tonight. Um, Cast that idea right on out of your head. No one is perfect. Cast that idea out that you have to be perfect. Understand that society's expectation of us may be an unrealistic standard that we can never meet or become. And also live in the moment just for a moment every single day. Every single day, find that time to do that. Okay. Also, express some form of daily gratitude. And I'm quite looking forward to doing this, you guys, because at my age, I'm closely approaching 50, and I'm proud of that. I lost a lot of friends, a lot of close loved ones that are no longer here with me that would have been turning 50 with me that aren't here anymore. So when I say this is real and it hits different, daily gratitude, express it. We also talked about embracing the fact that we simply cannot control everything. We can't control others. We have no control over their behavior, their actions, their attitudes. So don't even waste your time and energy trying to do it. Okay. And embrace it. Embrace the fact. We talked about the importance of self care. I'm very passionate about this. And then lastly, in closing, we were talking about how important it is. Hey, Boss Life, thanks for popping in. Welcome. We talked about the importance of checking in with yourself emotionally, just making sure that you good. Okay, because we can't be no good for nobody else if we ain't good. Okay. And that, you all, concludes tonight's motivational topic. Okay. We were just talking about 7 tangible and thought provoking ways that you can effectively and affordably, in a very inexpensive and easy way, practice self love and self care. I hope that tonight's conversation inspired someone or motivated someone in some type of way, especially because it's being pressed upon me that, someone listening, maybe even in the replay, may not be clear or in a space where, they're able to kind of identify what they should do next or what their next move should be. I hope that this message and these tips help you put it into perspective so that you can kind of get yourself into a space where you're able to say, you know what, I can sit down and recognize that, I don't have to be perfect. And who cares what society says? This is me, this is who I am, and embrace that. And, embrace the fact that you might be a little quirky at times. Also, that daily gratitude, I'm telling y'all, I'm about to take that to the next level. So, y'all stay tuned and be on the lookout for that. And just embracing the fact that we cannot control other people. So, why bother? Okay. And lastly, checking in with yourself emotionally. It sounds crazy, but I'm telling y'all, I have to catch myself sometimes and be like, Pandy girl, what you got going on? And I will literally sit and hold a conversation with myself, okay? And make sure I'm all right and I'm sane and I'm not going crazy. Because if you don't, you might just. But yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. And I so appreciate you guys for being here. Like I said, I am just coming in from work. I still have my scrubs on. So I do want to get on off of here with that. But I'm glad that you guys came in. I so appreciate the support and shout out to the members. I really appreciate you guys, really TT, Boss Life Online, for your membership with the channel and all of your support and encouragement. Angela Critters, I appreciate you. Angela is always here. She always supports me in my live streams as well as in the uploads. I appreciate that, Angela. I thank everyone who dropped in, if only for a moment, just taking a few minutes of your Friday evening to spend the time to support your girl. I appreciate it because, like I said, this has been a tough week for me. I haven't really been able to engage and be on the platform as much as I normally am. And I feel a bit out of the loop. And like I said, I have to work again this coming weekend. So after that, I don't think I'm going to sign up for any more overtime. Not no time soon, because y'all, I feel like I done missed a lot and I done feel behind on a lot. So, yeah, I am going to go ahead and bring this one to a close. I'm so perturbed that my new intro didn't upload properly and I wasn't able to put it in here. But yeah, you guys stick around and stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is double tapped. These conversations will be always on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They will vary. They're not always about self care and self love. Sometimes we'll be talking about trending topics. Sometimes we'll be talking about hair. Just depends on how the spirit is leading me. But one thing for certain and two for sure, just know that y'all can find me here live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I am going to be having another live game night. It is already scheduled. That is going to be coming up on Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I put the poll out there and y'all seem to love my little crazy game nights. So that'll be going on this coming Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will do some type of giveaway because I like to do a giveaway for the winner because y'all get competitive. And I tell you, I be getting my life. And laughing is so good for the soul. Honey, and when I tell y'all be having me cracking up, I be in here cracking up. So I am looking forward to game night. That is going to be Monday. So definitely make sure you check that reminder and you all keep me in prayer. Okay, I got some special unspoken prayer requests out here, and I will do the same for you all. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this one to a close. Thank you guys so much for being here. And until next time, y'all, you all stay safe, stay encouraged. And you already know I will see you all in the next video. I feel so out of the loop, y'all. I got to send everybody their proof too for the playlist buddies and everything. So let me get off of here, y'all. Let me go get showered and get settled so I can get on my P's and Q's, and then I'm going to bed early tonight. I'm tired. I'm so tired. Look, I'm trying to find my outro, y'all. That's how sleepy I am. All right, y'all. Have a good night and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. See you later. Bye, y'all. Thank you so much for coming through and kicking it with your girl. I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope you were thoroughly entertained. And if you didn't remember to do so on your way coming in, please don't forget to blow dry on that like button. And if you're not already subscribed, what are you waiting for? It is free 99 after all. It doesn't cost you anything. And don't forget to share me with a friend, family member, or on your other social media platforms. Let's help each other grow. Once again, I'm Pandi of Pandi's Hair Candy and More. Thank you so much for taking a moment to come on over and kick it with your girl. Until next time, you all stay safe out there, stay encouraged, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.